dust on the moon here. Going to go over all the games happened on Wednesday night. Obviously, the big news yesterday is the James Harden four-way trade. I already talked about the impact of it, and if you're interested, you can check out my other video. There were three games got canceled. Utah Jazz between the Utah Jazz and Washington Wizards. Wizards, a couple guys got COVID. Their Friday's game also got canceled. We'll see when they'll play the next game. Same thing with Celtics. I don't know when the next game is, but there's a possibility that that game will also get canceled. I wouldn't stress too much about it. Like if you lose this week due to all your players getting games canceled, I think it's fine. Those games will be made up in the second half. So as long as you make the playoffs, I wouldn't stress too much about it. And also Atlanta Hawks and Phoenix Suns game got canceled. So the real first game is between Dallas Mavericks and Charlotte. The news is that Porzingis came back from his injury, only played 21 minutes. Once he's fully getting his full minutes, he should be a top 20, top 25 player pretty easily, I think, due to his high block numbers. I mean, his efficiency from the field is not that high, but high scoring, decent rebound, like 8-9 rebounds, 20 points, 2 blocks, that's good enough for and decent free throw shooting. That's decent enough for a top 20 or 25 player. He's one of the highest shot block, like averages one of the most shot average the most shot blocks per game in the NBA. Luka Doncic, since Porzingis was out, he kind of struggled to start off the season. Maybe also he was a little bit out of shape. He obviously had a huge game here, two steals and full blocks. He won't give you that every single game. They did play the Charlotte Hornets, right? 13 rebound is, okay. 9 assists. He can average like almost like a 28 point, 10 rebound, 10 assist season. I don't see a problem with that. The problem is with his efficiency and defensive stats. He give you that this game, right? So if any one of you guys bought low on Doncic, congrats. He's gonna be better, continue to be better. Tim Hardaway Jr. 33 minutes, 18 points. He didn't really do much. That's what he gives you. Willie Cauley-Stein played huge minutes. I think Willie Cauley-Stein is worth taking a look at. At least stream him or roster him, see what happens. Because he played 30 minutes, only took 2 shots, but gave you 14 rebounds, a steal and 3 blocks, right? Trey Burke got 32 minutes, didn't really do much. On the Charlotte Hornets side, LaMelo Ball 2 for 8, only 25 minutes, struggled a little bit, but still give you the 7 rebound and 5 assists, no steals and blocks. He's still gonna be a top 60, top 70 guy going forward. I have no doubts about that. Devontae Graham 36 minutes. Yeah, the minutes for those 3 guards are pretty secure. I in my opinion, 7 assists and 3 steals, nothing else, but that's good enough. Terry Rozier 18 points, but it's pretty empty. 6 rebounds and steal. Low efficiency. Bismack Biyombo, no. PJ Washington continue playing high minutes, 32 minutes here. Only a steal and no blocks. 10 rebounds and 6 assists is really strong. And Gordon Hayward got hurt. It's not too serious. He's day to day. So let's hope he plays the next game. He's been really, really strong so far this year, averaging 25-5 pretty comfortably. Miles Bridges, if Hayward is misses some time, Miles Bridges will get more minutes. But we seen him. We know this guy. Last year he had a lot of minutes and usage. He didn't really do anything with it. You can only stream him. The next game is between the Milwaukee Bucks and Detroit. Bucks just another easy win. Chris Middleton, his hot shooting cooled down a little bit this game. Only 12 points, but give you 6 assists and steal and block. So that's good. He was shooting 56% last time I checked, and 96% from the free throw. Those numbers are obviously going to cool down, but he's going to average 18, 19 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, that kind of numbers, good efficiency. Good for a top 20, 30 player, I think. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 22 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, a triple-double, easy work, 2 steals and 3 blocks. strong game from Antetokounmpo. Sorry, and Lopez got his 30 minutes. I mean, this is what you expect from Lopez. Full blocks. He usually doesn't grab this many rebound. 11 rebound here, 3 threes. Yeah, he give you 2 blocks and 2 threes a game. You still want to roster this guy because those blocks are so valuable. Dante DiVincenzo, 10 rebounds is nice. Didn't really do anything. No steals this game. Jrue Holiday continue his strong campaign. 21 points, 5 assists, 3 steals and a block. He's averaging 2.5 steals. I think it's gonna come down a bit. It's beginning of the season. Maybe he's just playing really hard. Once the Bucks, like if you own any of those guys, you don't want the Bucks to win every game, right? Guys may not be try hard as the season goes on. If they lock down the first seed in the East, what's gonna happen? Bobby Portis 23 minutes, yeah. Only streaming for points and rebounds. On the Detroit side, they're without a bunch of guys, Killian Hayes and D Rose. So their point guard rotation is right now. Dylan Wright is playing huge minutes. You can't stream him until those guys come back. 1 for 10, that's really bad. But 8 rebounds and 7 assists and still on a block. Yeah, you wanna stream Dylan Wright until Rose or until those guys come back. Blake Griffin, 32 minutes, one of his best games. 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists, and still is pretty strong. Jeremy Grant struggled from shooting the ball from the field, still took 19 shots though. So he's gonna average 20 points pretty comfortably this season. Give you a little bit of everything. 2 steals in the block, 4 rebounds. He's for sure a surprise so far. Mason Plumlee, 21 points. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this guy's minutes. They've been giving some of his minutes to Sadiq Bey or somebody else. He was getting 30 minutes, now he's getting 22. But he still did enough to roster him at the moment. 13 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals. Josh Jackson, not too interested in him. Interestingly, Okafor got 9 minutes. I remember this guy had so much hype. He was the 3rd picked by Sixers. Saying this guy, oh, wow, a lot of potential. But his game maybe just doesn't fit the modern NBA. His post game is good, but nothing else is decent. The next game is between the Nets and the Knicks. Nets, after the trade, Kyrie is still out. LeVert and Taurean Prince and DeAndre Jordan, not DeAndre Jordan, sorry, Jerry Allen. Those guys are no longer on the roster. Kind of excited for Harden to want to watch what Brooklyn Nets look like with Harden and with Kyrie whenever he decides to come back. Kevin Durant 30 points, really strong. I think his first back-to-back. Still got 26 points, so really strong. From KD, 0 steals and 2 blocks. 2 blocks is nice. 6 assists is also nice. Jeff Green got big minutes. It might be a trend going forward that Jeff Green is gonna get huge minutes. They don't really have any, like their front court depth is. They got DeAndre Jordan, they got KD, they got Jeff Green. I don't know if anybody else is worth, like Steve Nash will play them high minutes. Jeff Green, he's a proven veteran. But playing 30 minutes a night, he's probably going to average like 10 points. And he's not a good he doesn't really give you a lot of defensive stats. But stream him if you can because he's getting the high minutes and he has good efficiency. DeAndre Jordan with Jerry Allen out of the way, I think he's a must pick up 30 minutes. Because he's gonna give you 10 plus rebound every single night and 1 or 2 blocks, so that's worth picking up and keeping him on your team. Joe Harris 25 minutes 12 points. Yeah, Joe Harris's time is over. Once Harden and Kyrie come back, he's gonna hit maybe 2 threes, but only stream him for sure. Now that Harden is here, nothing else to talk about really. Excited to see Harden play in Brooklyn Nets. On the Knicks side, Julius Randle continue. 40 minutes. I would trade, if you can trade Randle for a top 40 player, just close your eyes and do it. Right? He's not gonna, in my opinion, he's not gonna continue averaging 20 shots a game playing 40 minutes. Still very strong for now. 30 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals. RJ, 38 minutes, 20 points. One of his best games so far. Didn't really shut out your free throw, 5 for 6. Good for your free throw, but no defensive stats. 5 rebounds and 3 assists. Mitchell Robinson, good to see him playing consistently 30 minutes now, which is really strong. 10 points, 12 rebounds, high field goal, 2 blocks, which is really, really strong. Elfrid Payton, 32 minutes, kind of struggled, but 7 points, 4 assists, and 6 rebounds. No defensive stats, but that's one. Some nights he will give you higher assist and higher rebound numbers, but his efficiency is obviously shit. Immanuel quickly got 22 minutes, interestingly. Played really well, but he's just not getting enough minutes at the moment. Maybe never well in this season. Nerlens Noel 15 points, a steal and block. If you need some defensive stats, you can stream Nerlens Noel, but it's hard to keep a guy playing 15 minutes. Okay, let's talk about the next game. Grizzlies beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. Grizzlies, I don't know when JJJ is coming back. No news on both JJJ and Ja Morant. So Kyle Anderson still getting minutes, 23 minutes. Pretty empty line, no defensive stats, but still, I think 7 points and 5 assists is valuable. Still want to roster him, I think. Brandon Clark, must roster him. He'll be getting minutes when those guys come back. I in my opinion, 19 points, 9 rebounds. He's just getting too high minutes at the moment to not roster him. 30 minutes for Giannis Valanciunas, 16 rebounds, 24. Big game for Valanciunas. He's versus Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, one of the not so good defenders in the NBA. A really strong game from him. Dillon Brooks, 27 minutes, 4 for 15, 9 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists. 6 assists is nice, but shit on your percentage didn't really give you anything else. I believe this guy is averaging 1.7 steals so far. This is gonna come down. He's a career average 1 steal guy, and without those two guys, Dillon Brooks only played 20 minutes. So I think when JJJ and Ja Morant come back, Dillon Brooks is not gonna take 15 shots every single game. His usage is gonna dip, and if he doesn't give you those defensive stats, you can consider dropping him. But for now, still roster him. But this is, try to sell this guy if anybody buys. I think this guy will be droppable very soon. Right? You'll only be good for scoring and some threes. Right, Tyus Jones, 7 assists and a steal is nice. Still roster him until Ja Morant comes back. Desmond Bane only 60 minutes while D'Anthony Melton's been playing. Like his minutes has been up. This is just one game, but let's see. If he can get 25 minutes a game, you want to roster this guy because his defensive stats upside is too high. In 25 minutes, he can give you 12 team value. Grayson Allen, for some reason, played 26 minutes, but not 20 points, but not on most nights, he doesn't do much. On the Minnesota Timberwolves side, Cat came back from a 1-game rest, put up just big stats. I talked about yesterday. Like if you somehow you can trade Joel Embiid for Karl Anthony Towns, I would absolutely do it. Right, 25 points, 14 rebounds, 8 for 8 from free throw line, good field goal. Cat is like a more efficient version of Karl Anthony Towns. Sorry, Joel Embiid, and for the most part, healthier too. 20 points, 14 rebounds here, 3 assists, 2 blocks. Strong game from Cat. Malik Beasley surprisingly took 23 shots. He's been playing really, 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 really well. I had him. I was actually close to dropping him because he only really give you like 18 points and nothing else. But the volume is there. Took 20 points and got the rebound, got the assist, got the steal and block. So at this moment, he's a must roster guy. Just been playing too well at the moment. D'Angelo Russell, 36 minutes, 25. Really strong game from D'Lo so far. While Ricky Rubio got 20. I only stream this guy. Just not really giving you the other volume. His minutes is up and down. But if your team needs assist, this is about the only category he give you. A little bit of steals as well, obviously. Anthony Edwards, you can drop this guy. No worries there. Joshua Okogie played 26 minutes. Juancho Gomez. Those guys playing high minutes, but they don't really do anything in terms of fantasy, so you can forget about them. The next game is the Lakers and OKC Thunder. Lakers got the easy win. Lakers cannot lose, right? If I were AD or LeBron owner, I would be worried. I want them to lose some games. God damn it, they're gonna clinch the playoff very, very soon, and then second half of the season, AD and LeBron. I mean, those guys already have questionable tags every single game, but they did end up playing. But this is gonna be a trend going forward. They're gonna be questionable every single game, and if their record, if they're just like the West just clinching number one seed. I don't know. I want them to lose some games. AD just not trying. Really, it's empty line for AD. This game, 18.7 rebound assist. Hopefully he pick it up. He's just not trying. The game is too easy for them. This team is too good. That's another risk. Is that when your team is too good, your best players are just not trying hard enough. Like LeBron put up like 26 points, sure. Like, but he's gonna do that every game. But the defensive stats are not there. Marcus Gasol tried 2 steals and 4 blocks. I like that 3 rebound, but he's just not. You only stream this guy for some nights. Dennis Schroeder 31 points here. He's close to. If your team needs some points and assists, sure you can roster this guy. Otherwise, only stream him, because he really only give you those 2 categories, and everything else is really not there. Montrezl Harrell, 21 points, pretty big, good game from Harrell, but only give you the scoring and field goal. The problem with his game is really he's a high field goal anchor, but nothing else. The minutes is really, he's not gonna get 30 minutes a night. They're not using him like that. On OKC, Darius Bazley got hurt. You know, his list is day to day, so we'll see. They got destroyed, obviously. Lou Dort, yeah, don't worry about him. Interestingly, Isaiah Roby got the start. Oh, that's because Al Horford was out. Put up pretty good line, 11, almost a double-double, 11 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. As the season goes on, and as they keep losing, they will not play Al Horford as much. So it'll be interesting who their center is gonna be. It's looking like this guy Isaiah Roby is gonna get more minutes. We'll see. Just keep an eye on it. Shea had a subpar game. People drafted him in the second, third round. So far he's not living up to that. It's not even close. 17 points here, no defensive stats, 2 rebounds. It's been disappointing so far, and I don't know if he will be like a top 20, top 30 player this season. I really have my doubts. George Hill, 21 minutes. Only stream this guy because due to the blowout, Hamidou Diallo cooled off here. This guy is not worth rostering. Only streaming. This guy Theo Maledon got 26 minutes. This is another guy. I think he's also a rookie point guard. Yeah, this is another guy to keep an eye on. You know, if they keep losing, they're not gonna play George Hill that much, right? So keep an eye on him. Just keep on under rotation, because if they keep losing, the veteran's not gonna play as much. It might be some opportunities grabbing other guys. The next game is the New Orleans Pelicans versus Clippers. Clippers got the win. Yeah, New Orleans, they're struggling hard at the moment. Zion Williamson missed the game due to COVID, contact tracing. Brandon Ingram, 22 points. His defensive stats, no steals and 2 blocks, but his defensive stats has been down. I took a look at him. He's averaging like 0.8, 0.7, 0.8 steals and 0.7. So hopefully he can get his steals up. 22 points is okay, 3 assists. He started off the season really hot. Had like a triple-double, but his assist numbers has been down ever since, and struggling shooting the ball. I don't know what's up with these guys. And Lonzo Ball also did not play for maybe contact tracing. I'm not exactly sure. So Nickeil Alexander-Walker started. Huge game. But I wouldn't read too much. A lot of guys were out. And this guy, even he gets 30 minutes, he's very inconsistent. Huge game here, obviously. 37 points, 8 rebound. High efficiency, but didn't really do much other than rebound. But if you did stream him, good job. JJ Redick, 20 minutes. Yeah, this guy is done. Josh Hart play high minutes, grab 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 points. That's what this guy give you, meaning rebounds. Steven Adams, 12 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, 1 block. Steven Adams, his field goal percentage has been pretty good, 6 for 7. Nothing much to talk about on the Pelicans side. Let's talk about the Clippers. Yeah, Paul George has been really strong. He was ESPN listed him like late second round, but I mean he was for the most part drafted at end of beginning of the second round. So far he's living up to that. He's been a top 10 player so far. No steals this game, but that's okay. 1 block, 6 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. good from the field. Yeah, he's been shooting the ball really well so far this season. That's another thing. If somehow his shooting drops off, he might have some ugly games here and there. Then you might have an opportunity to buy him low. Kawhi Leonard, 39 minutes is another strong game, and he started playing back to back. So if you drafted him in end of second round, congrats. On the per game basis, he's like top 6, top 7. Nicholas Batum still getting the high minutes, and interestingly, Patrick Beverley been getting high minutes. So you want to roster this guy at the moment. Lou Will, what is going on? Getting 9 minutes now. Without Harold, maybe he's just not that useful. And Serge Ibaka and Zubac, they're splitting the minutes. Okay. The last game of the night is between Portland and the Sacramento Kings. Let's talk about the Portland Trailblazers. Yusuf Nurkic was questionable coming to the game. 18 points, 12 rebounds, 2 steals and 3 blocks, and 0 assists. I think after this game, maybe we'll wait for another game or two. If Nurkic put up big performances like this, I would try to... after this game, I would actually just try to trade him. I don't think he will have... there might be... you can't trade him for a top 30 player. I would absolutely do it. Or 40 player. Because he was getting drafted in the second or third round. There are people looking at his stat line and be like, oh, wow. 2 steals and 3 blocks nice. But they're playing the Sacramento Kings. Right? Really high-paced. A lot of turnovers. A lot of guys just out of control. Getting blocked at the rim. So I think this is the fluke for Nurkic. I'm not saying Nurkic is not good. I just don't think he'll be a top 30, 40 player. His minutes is really up and down on this team. They got so many. I guess they got a kind of like a quality backup center, Ernest Cantor. He's bad defensively, but he's good offensively. So I think this game would be a good time to sell Nurkic, in my opinion, for a top 30 or 40 player if you can. CJ McCollum continued, 10 assists this game. I still think this guy is gonna cool down. If you can try to sell this guy, so far he's like the top 10 player. If you can sell this guy for top 20 player, you do it. Damian Lillard finally, a huge game, 40 points, 13 assists. It's good to get the confidence back playing this Sacramento Kings team. Three steals, 13 assists. Just good efficiency, 12 for 12. Monster game from Dame time. He's gonna be top 10. Pretty easily. Robert Covington, no defensive stats. Still kind of disappointing, especially when you play the Kings. If you want to buy low on this guy, I don't know the season outlook for Robert Covington really, because it's depend on his defensive stats. The minutes are there. Carmelo Anthony got 20. Gary Trent Jr. Those two guys are not too interested. Sacramento Kings. Harrison Barnes. Against 35 minutes. You want to roster this guy? 11 points, 6 rebounds. Okay, that didn't look that exciting, but hey, he give you 3 assists and a steal. Still want to roster him. Rashawn Holmes played 34 minutes, really strong. Good efficiency, did not miss a shot from the field. 17 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. Buddy Hield finally had a above 25 point scoring. The encouraging thing here is he took 21 shots, right? Even though his field goal is negative, but took 18 threes. I don't know how Portland was defending them. He got off 18 3-pointer shots. That's crazy. Hopefully he'll be like this every night, but he's been really struggling this season so far. 5 assists, 6 rebounds, a steal. De'Aaron Fox, huge game. 36 minutes, 29. Yeah, a lot of people put up big stats this game because it's high scoring. 29 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and still really, really strong. And Hassan Whiteside got 9 minutes. Yeah, you can drop this guy. And I just want to talk about Tyrese Halliburton a little bit. This guy has been so scary. He's been a top 50 player, and I think there's nothing slowing him down. I don't recall having a rookie that's really this good in fantasy this year. He's a top 50 pretty comfortably, I think, top 50, top 60 player. His game is so good for fantasy. He gave you a lot of assists, grab you some rebound, really good efficiency across the board, and give you defensive stats, most importantly. He's kind of long, 6'5" for a guard, can get you steals and blocks. The only rookie that I can think is this good is you got to go a couple years back, like Donovan Mitchell. Like Donovan Mitchell averaged like 20 points, like 4 assists, 4 rebounds, and 1.5 steals. That's Donovan Mitchell. and last year is like John Moran, and he was good, but he was like in the 70s range. Right? Only Donovan Mitchell, in my memory, he was like a top 50 or top 55 player. And this year we also got LaMelo Ball, who is a beast in fantasy. His game just shoot fantasy so well, like his brother. And nobody was actually that high on Tyrese Halliburton coming to the season. All of a sudden, like those 2 games when De'Aaron Fox was hurt, he just started playing so well. So if you picked him up on the waiver, definitely waiver pickup of the year so far, and it's not even close. And I think it's a surprise to a lot of people as well, playing so well. He was a minus 14 though this game, but getting 30 minutes, Luke Walton trust him. So yeah, great job if you picked him off on the waiver wire. That's it for today. I'll do another one tomorrow. See you guys.